I work, in a business where I see line of duty death reports, NIOSH reports all the time. I'm like, I don't want you to die. We have had suicides at my fire station, one this month, one a couple of years.
It kind of comes as a shock.
I was a yoga teacher. Everyone can look the same in a particular pose, but everyone's experiencing something different on the inside. We want FRCE to put the foundation out of business.
Season 1 brought to you by Spoke. Learn more at spokemovie.com.
The conversations behind these doors are not what you think.
Engine 4, residential fire. 313, engine 311, engine 3.
People think they know what firefighters run into. They almost never see what we carry home. The public sees the response. This show is about the costs.
Curiosity catches us all. There is much more. Hello, everybody.
Still in Iowa.
And we are in Iowa.
Still in Iowa, yes.
For the First Responders Center for Excellence Mental Health Symposium.
Yes.
And it's in Iowa here, and I'm Amy, and
I'm still Greg.
This is Greg. This is Nicole.
Yes.
And so it's so lovely to meet you. And
Thank you.
Tell us, who you are and a little bit about yourself. And
Sure. So I'm Nicole Prorock. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for the FRCE, as well as the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. But I was a firefighter first, but a very old firefighter. So for me, going way back, so I grew up in the same county as the fire academy. My dad was actually a contractor when the property was acquired. So as a little kid, I would walk around the campus. So it was really neat to all of us in the town. There was great pride.
When she's talking about the National Fire Academy.
Yeah, the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg, Maryland.
Emmitsburg,
right. Okay. So that's we're talking late 80s. So I go away, I start my career, and I'm an accountant, CPA, and I serve on my county government internal audit authority. And we're always auditing Department of Fire and Rescue Services, right? They spend lots of money, they work lots of overtime. And volunteer fire came up because the average age of the volunteer in our county was like 60. And at the time I said, wow, I'm only 42. And a buddy on my committee said, you should be a volunteer. I'm like, stop. And he's like, no, come down to Newmarket. And I said, that's where I actually live. That's random. So I became a volunteer firefighter, and that was 8 years ago. And it's been just an amazing journey because, I wasn't this like fifth generation firefighter. It was all brand new. And it's just been so great and empowering, just learning all the craft itself, and then eventually becoming an EMT, as much as I tried to put that off, and now, being an officer in my company, driving the ambulance and just doing a lot of those things, it's been really rewarding. So when I saw the position posted at the National Fire Academy for the foundation and FRCE as the CFO, I applied, and that was about a year and a half ago, and it's just been wonderful. These dual paths of my fire service career growing, while my accounting career is now serving.
But they
the
blend
fire
and merge,
right?
It's
and
almost
it's
like you couldn't.
My Prorock ancestral grounds, right? This is like where I grew up. My dad still lives in that house. That is where I was taken home from the hospital, and it's just down the street from the academy. So it's been really cool. So recently, this year, I'm turning 50, and I want to do something epic. And it was really endurance sports. So kind of a different storyline. My brother had leukemia, and he died of that when he was 21 years old. His actual best friend was a fifth generation firefighter. And that maybe that planted the seed at some deep level. But 25 years ago, I did my first marathon with my mom. We did the Marine Corps Marathon and my stepdad, SK. And so now on the 25th anniversary of that, on my 50th birthday, I'm doing the Ironman World Championships.
Awesome.
And I think it's relevant because as a fundraiser, I did not qualify. And honestly, it's going to be wild and probably embarrassing for me to be in that field. But it was endurance sport that has led to so many strong relationships. That's given me, honestly, the physique at almost 50 to do active, fireground work because, it's a hard job. So all those things are kind of winding together. But I'm really glad to be here in Iowa. Unfortunately, we have had suicides at my fire station, one this month, one a couple of years ago, and such different stories, a young guy versus a life member that was beloved and very much active. So
And
yeah,
it kind of comes as a shock, right? It's not
Yeah,
that anyone
for
even
sure.
could detect, oh, something's off.
For sure. And then I guess that's the thing with mental health and suicide. You never know what someone's experiencing. So part of my life, I was a yoga teacher, and that's one of the things we taught. Everyone can look the same in a particular pose, but everyone's experiencing something different on the inside. And I think you see that with suicide and mental health challenges, right? Especially strong firemen, pillars of the community. It's just, it's shocking and sad. And
Well, that's what this conference is hopefully helping people to not just like open up about, but to break through that wall of silence.
Right.
I know Chief Leap says specifically the blind side pieces, but we're trying to do the same thing with our podcast. We're trying to do the same thing, open up, the conversations with the movie. The goal isn't to like change the firefighter's mind, but the goal is to open up everybody's like optics to see like it's a problem. Mental health is one of those things that, veterans, first responders, police officers, I mean, we're all dealing with it in different ways. And we've talked to a lot of people already, just trying to figure out how to get that help. And this conference is that, like, the mission of that as well.
Yeah, it's truly a safe space. Like in Nashville last year, it was really powerful. At one point they had a session where they dimmed the lights and they had people raise their hands, and everyone could see that everyone's been impacted by this particular issue. So yeah, I think it's really normalizing the conversation. I don't know if normalize is the word,
Well,
but
or destigmatizing at least, right?
Exactly.
And, so first of all, thank you for sharing your whole story. It's really incredible and also inspiring.
And very tiring. I still keep the books for these two organizations. So coming off shift and doing accounting, let me tell you, that's a grind sometimes.
I can't do math on shift, so let alone off shift.
So you not only are you like physically fit, but you have to be like mentally, like your brain's got to be on.
Yeah.
And where is the Ironman?
So it's in Hawaii, Kona, Hawaii.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's building up the endurance and the physique for that, because it's a very harsh environment. It's in October, but it's warm. It's wetsuit illegal. It's just.
What does wetsuit illegal mean?
So an Ironman is a 2.4 mile open swim followed by a 112 mile bike ride, followed by a 26.2 mile marathon in 17 hours or less. So with open water swimming, a wetsuit gives you a lot of flotation. But in this case, in Hawaii, the water's too warm, so they don't allow you to wear a wetsuit. So again, it's just one of those things.
Could, like overheat or something?
Exactly, yeah. But wetsuits make you faster. And there's a little security in that. You could take a breath. So it's going to be fighting for that position in the water. Yeah. And then the bike is just through the lava fields.
So
there.
Hot.
So
even
hot.
In October, in November is when we would go back. I was born in Hawaii.
Oh, okay. So you know.
Yeah, the lava fields, it's like
no shade.
Sandals or flip-flop melting like asphalt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
and
hopefully the winds are to your back.
Yeah. So this will be my 13th full Ironman.
Okay.
Yeah, I've crossed the line 10 other times. 2 I did not. 1 I had hypothermia, and 1 was I missed the cutoff by like 5 minutes at mile 95. So it's like you're racing the clock all day. But the other 10, it's been a wild experience. My first one was Louisville when it was in late August. That's a hot day.
I was going to say, it'd be
and in fact,
humid.
Tires were exploding while people were riding their bikes because the air just expanded. Whoa. So I've done Ironman Louisville in Texas, so I have experiencing super hot races. Yeah, Texas, my bike computer melted. I'm like, cool.
So you already had kind of that,
the
physical.
baseline.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so then when you decided to become a volunteer,
it was a progression. So I did the charity marathon for my brother. I knew I'd beat my mom and my stepdad because they were in their 60s. I'm like, cool. I'll be third.
Is that beating them?
Yeah, we debate that. But with that, I was doing marathons, and I started to try to do a marathon every state. So I have like 30 states done. I wish I could do one this weekend and get Iowa, but it became a lot on my knees, and that's when I moved to triathlon. And from triathlon, I really enjoyed it.
Go back. So the marathons were hard on my knees, so I decided to ride a bike and swim even further before I run.
Exactly. Have a thorough warm up before I had to do that run. And then with triathlon, I got really into it, but it's a lot of people that are really focused, a lot of, I would say, body shaming, because it's like you have to be really tiny and it's not food, it's nutrition. So that became a little old. So I joined my town's rugby team. And that's relevant because rugby really gave me the courage to do fire service. And actually, it was my rugby teammate that had me sign up for the county government board, which led to the fire service. Oh, so it's been kind of a progression. So I definitely like full contact hobbies for sure, especially being an accountant by day. But I never gave up triathlon throughout all that. I always thought I was replacing one thing with the other, but I've just accumulated these.
And
these
are
hobbies.
there other women also? Are you like in the minority, or is it?
Yeah. So my station, as far as at least of the officers, there are there's one other fire officer that's a female and one EMS. But yeah, there's not too many of us. It's probably 90% male. But you know what? They're equal opportunity offenders. So that has never been an issue. My chief actually, when I got voted in, he took me to the basement and was throwing gear at me. He literally said, "I don't care that you're a girl. I'm a girl dad." And so, it was kind of cool because this is a very strong.
Say throwing gear, what does that mean?
He was pulling stuff off the shelf and just like, you have gear now. Yeah. It's gotten a little more structured since then with like, we have something called Gear Up. So there's kind of like a pre-course that people take before they do their Fire One and all of their classes. But no, it was great. I love that. I love that he was just really blunt, and he's been such a great support. And yeah, I was nervous. I mean, especially going into that environment because it's a very traditional firehouse with a lot of generations of guys that, were there since they were 14. But it's been great. And honestly, there's new people coming in all the time. And as a female leader, I can model certain behaviors, that it's okay. I'm like, let's look at the resources. Let's do some training, because I'm not embarrassed to say I don't know things, because half the times a lot of people expect that. They just expect less from female firefighters. That's probably phasing out, but I use that to my advantage. Please mansplain that to me some more, because it's actually really useful, especially as a new officer.
Right, I don't.
Everyone's giving me advice, and I love it.
I was going to say I don't mind mansplaining either. I'm like, no, just tell me.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been great. I mean, we're really lucky, and we're one of only, I think, one other in our county that still have all volunteer shifting certain days. So we don't have career 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or on the weekends. So we're relying on duty crews and just home responders. And we're a pretty heavily populated suburban community. So it's a challenge.
Let's clarify that up, because I think that's important. Yeah. So your department currently has career that works just AM.
6 p.m. 6.
So
Monday.
They're working days for the most part. Yep. And then you as a volunteer will come in the PM and actually stay at the station overnight.
Correct. Yep.
And then you'll also have potentially home responders that will come in and supplement or backfill you guys when you're out on call.
Especially heavy drivers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? That went over my head. Right? So thank you for
the people that are driving.
It's a big deal. It's a part of the fire service that, us on the West Coast, where we're primarily career, we don't think about like that. And I mean, imagine wow. So I get to go to work, show up at 7:30 and relieve the guys by 8 o'clock. I'm there till 8 a.m. the next morning, go home, have free time to myself, can work on a movie or take a nap. These folks have days that are career folks. They go home, have dinner with their families, when these other volunteers that are getting not paid come in and stay the night to run all the calls, and then still have to go to their job the next day.
Yeah.
Crunching numbers.
Yeah, and we have chores. We have to fundraise to cover, the cost of new apparatus or just operating costs.
Yeah, gear.
And we have 2 engines, 2 ambulances, a rescue squad, a boat team, a swift water team, a brush truck. So me as the officer on that first piece getting out, I'm also looking at the boards to make sure the ambulance is covered. If it's a first due box, multiple pieces going to a house on fire in our town. We have to keep track that we're getting those things out. It's a lot.
Do you guys do like all calls and callbacks to get people to come back and backfill, or do you guys go from different jurisdictions and try to bring
the dispatch will backfill from other places.
Yeah.
I was going to say another thing with that is, just getting things out. It's a challenge, and especially having enough heavy drivers, because only so many people. I can drive the ambulance, but I don't have the license right now to drive the engine or a brush truck. So, it's a little bit of a calculus to have the right people to do those jobs.
And if you don't, then what?
Yeah.
Right. Because like for us,
Yeah. Then what?
Yeah. Like we'll just call
Well, they
mutual
fail
aid
and and that's another thing that's really challenging with a rural volunteer house. We do mutual aid to at least 4 other counties in Maryland, plus Pennsylvania, Adams County.
Wow.
And we have a lot of rural, non-hydrant areas. So then when you have rural water supply, you've got tanker task force and you're figuring out like driveway lengths and whether you can get the engines back and how to relay or shuttle in, and a water supply coordinator. I mean, it's a lot. And as a backstepper, someone that wasn't an officer, you're not hearing any of that coming up. You're really just on the line. You're told not to talk on the radio. It's just muscle memory. So it's been a lot. And there's different call symbols. Our apparatus have different names in different counties. So in Frederick County, it's 153, and Montgomery County, it's 915 Bravo.
Yeah, different radio channels, different
protocols.
Yeah. So someone listening to all the channels?
Well, so when you get dispatched on a call, you move to a channel, say 9 Delta, and then you hear all that traffic. But if it's mutual aid, you don't know those streets. If it's like something like wires down or flooding, if your mapping tool sends you somewhere and the road's washed out, it's a lot of just like kind of having to recalibrate. And so it's been a lot being a new officer.
Yeah. So. It's a totally different ball game. Like, makes my life seem really easy some days.
Well, and I do people even, I don't think people know.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm very fortunate too, because I work with Frank Lieb, right? An FDNY legend, Joanne Runn, who was fire chief of Baltimore County, Victor Stagnero, also chief. Like, I probably have an advantage to other people just coming up, because I know these people and they will stop everything to like kind of brainstorm or workshop something with me. And even the officers at my station, I'll send them as random questions, because I listen to the radio just to like practice hearing or seeing size up how other people do it. And I'll send these very detailed questions. These guys are like career in DC, and they will stop and send a response right away. So when they talk about the brotherhood, and there's no brotherhood without her, so it's okay. We can include women in the brotherhood.
Sure.
Brotherhood.
Right. Yeah. It really is a great support network. And that's why something like this mental health wellness, it can work. Like everyone, it's such a tight knit community. I mean, the suicide we had recently, a lot of people turned out. I mean, it was a very big and honorable, tribute to this person's life. So,
I mean, the more of these that we do as a fire service, and the more people that open up their hearts and minds, to use a term, to the struggles, hopefully the more people we will save, and the less we'll have to do with the National Fallen Fire.
Right. We want FRCE to put the foundation out of business. We know you can do everything right and still die on the job, but man, it would be great to have for the Fallen Firefighter Foundation to be just a subsidiary of FRCE when the worst does happen.
Well, it's a big goal. It'd be awesome to meet.
Yeah.
And have you had little glimmers of hope in terms of besides the strong just cultivation of community that you guys have and the support and everything else?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of just like how you're looking at the world, society, and all that. I
mean, for me, like as far as the fire service, it's anecdotal at this point, but I do see things because I have friends that are going through academies. They're 20. And they're talking about like the safety criteria, and I bought my own hood. It's got like the extra cancer crunchy layer, and they're like, oh, I want one of those. So a little bit of the culture of with cancer and some of those things, I definitely have seen. The larger, culture of aggressive interior attack versus defensive, and that I wouldn't see. But I don't have a purview or the aperture maybe to say that, but I think it's moving in the right direction, especially with mental health. I mean, after the suicide, we instantly called everyone to the station that night. There was resources distributed. Our chaplain was there. So I don't know if it would have been like that 10 years ago. I don't know who gets credit for it, but Victor Stagnero, CEO of the foundation, always says, he quotes, and I should know who he's quoting, maybe Eleanor Roosevelt or probably some president, but it's amazing what can get accomplished when you're not looking at who gets credit for that. It's paraphrasing that quote, but
yes, no, but that's
yeah,
absolutely
Roosevelt.
true.
It might be Roosevelt.
So
Yeah.
not for the prestige,
Yes,
but for
Yeah.
the purpose.
Yeah. And I love that, especially in accounting. We're a sport function. I don't want my number called, and that's how I did in the fire service. I don't want any kind of attention. That means everything, like I did everything right. So, yeah, I think I think this is important. I think this will grow for sure.
Yeah, you are a super impressive human being.
Yeah,
Super impressive.
Wait till you see my race results. It'll be
race result. This finishing is the most important.
and
That's
the
right.
fact that you're even doing it. I
I
mean,
know, it's crazy.
after you said the first thing, then the second thing, and I was like, I don't think I would have.
But here's the worst part. I have to fundraise $30,000 for that bib.
Okay,
So,
and when is that happening?
October. And I've
Okay,
gotten
so
16. I've gotten 16,000 so
we're
far.
gonna drop this before, right?
Yeah.
We'll publish. So we'll in the show notes we'll make sure that there's something like linked to. Do you have like a page or something?
Yeah. I have a like a donor dashboard thing.
You're gonna get.
I made a
that
movie. It'll make you cry because it takes me that journey of, brother dying of cancer to now I have so many brothers through the fire service, and it was endurance sport that gave me the confidence and like the I don't know, maybe I was born with a dash of like that kind of panache, but it's given me just an attitude that it's all winning, right? Like I used to say death before did not finish. That's like a thing people saying that, and now I say death before did not start, because it's all about just getting there, showing up. Anything can happen on a race day. I got hypothermia in Arizona. Who sees that coming like this?
As long as it's not rhabdo, right?
As long as it's not what?
Rhabdo.
What's that?
That's where your muscles just start.
Yeah.
Degenerating.
Mine was just a little D-lock and hypothermia, but it was fine.
Yeah.
I made it 76 miles into the bike before they pulled me off the course.
And they pulled you off the course.
Yeah, it was getting dark.
I can still go. Nope, you're done.
Wait, tell us a little bit more about this film.
Well, it's just a fundraising video I made. But one thing about my family is we're always taking pictures. My mom with the little like square and flashes all the way through now with like phones. So I just pieced together my story. It was actually Frank Leave that gave me the idea. He's like, tell your story because it started out as fundraising just for cancer research, which led to the endurance sport addiction. And at one point, I was doing a training one with my team and training coach. So it was the Leukemia Society, this guy Todd. And he actually had a heart attack at the end of one of our training runs.
Oh, wow.
And I was cool as can be. I'm like, I listen to this all the time with people on the station. I wasn't an EMT at that point, but so I put that in the movie. Like, I don't know if I would have saved Todd's life had I not become a firefighter. Wouldn't have become a firefighter had I not done the endurance sport. So just how that's all come together. And then the friends I have now, it's pretty wild. Like, as someone that's almost 50, a lot of my friends are these 20-year-old guys that are figuring out life, but it's great.
I'm sure they love having you around though.
I don't know. I'm real chill. Yeah, probably. I do all the chores because I can't not.
You can't.
I can't leave it dirty.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, when I was at the
yeah.
firehouse doing the ride-alongs when we were filming, spoke on, there's just a lot happening, and it all gets cleaned up and everything. But one of the things I noticed was that because there are no females there, that the toilet seat didn't go down.
Oh, so yeah. Luckily, we have our own female bathroom.
Okay, that's good.
But no, I think I try to have a good time, while also, I tell people I work, in a business where I see line of duty death reports, NIOSH reports all the time. I'm like, I don't want you to die. So.
It's pretty terrible that we're seeing like the email from the IFF or from National Fire Foundation or the secret list.
Yeah.
It's almost daily.
There was like 3 last week. It was just, so.
Tragic. Hopefully we can shed some light and then, see some improvement.
Yeah. And I just call things out. I'm like, don't respond from home like an idiot and die. Like, I can't use you if you've created a new.
Or slow down in the tender because whenever you get there is fine.
Right.
You're not saving anything by getting there 10 minutes faster because by the time we use up all the water in the engine, there's probably not much to save.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the tenders are one of they carry all the water, so they're kind of like a mobile fire hydrant, so to say.
Yeah,
And
we call them tankers. Your tankers.
They're very top heavy because there's so much water, and so historically, there's been a lot of deaths from rollovers.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, because they just don't stop fast. They don't go very fast. Most are now governed because of that, but you still can't make turns.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, driving the ambulance has been a big deal because I drive hatchbacks.
So that's quite
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
adaptation.
For sure. And especially at like a rural, kind of windy, forested area. It's it's a lot, but
Impressive. Is there anybody
fun.
here that you're excited to see?
Oh gosh. Well, definitely Dina Alley, just a huge fan of her. Frank Lito.
Yeah.
He's going to be great. Just all the speakers, they all seem like just really leaders in their space. So
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited.
We had the
I'm
honor
glad
to
you
meet
guys are
Victor earlier.
Oh my God, what a sweet man.
I mean, yes.
I remember telling my mom, I'm like, I don't know what it's going to be like to have a nice boss. It's wonderful. Like,
It's wonderful.
He is so just empathetic and just really great. And I think he appreciates me too as the finance person, because I'm like, you don't have to worry about that. I'll worry about that.
It's
Perfect.
a big thing to take
especially for
off of
finances.
his,
Yeah. So he's been fantastic. So
Well, we wish you the best of luck and
Thank you.
fair winds at your back.
thank
on
you.
that.
Yes,
I'll take
yes.
her.
The trade winds at my back,
At your
not
back,
the crosswinds.
Not the crosswinds, for sure. And we'll make sure in the show notes we'll post, and when we
Yeah, your
Thank
links
you.
and
get it
stuff.
live, we'll make
Thank
sure
you.
that we link back so that way you get that bib.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. This was
Thank you.
wonderful.
Every episode of Unseen Exposures honors a firefighter we've lost. You'll find their name in the show notes. We carry their memory into every conversation.
Learn more about the documentary at spokemovie.com.
Follow, like, and subscribe. Your support will help us reach more people.